Hello, Crusader parents. My name is Landon Downing. This is my fourth year at Cape Mount Carmel. I am super excited to be here. I'm ready for another year. I am a junior teacher. I teach church history, 4 blocks, and then I also am a part-time campus minister. So I get to help Father Curtis plan opportunities to walk the journey in faith with your students. And then I'm also the part-time Crusader Council sponsor. So I got my hands full. I do a lot here, but I just absolutely love working with your kids. So thank you for sharing them with us. I'm so excited to be back in the classroom with some students to encounter church history. It never would have been the content I thought I'd be teaching for this many years, but over the years teaching it, I've fallen in love with it. And I love getting to make connections to the church with students. I truly feel like a lot of students misunderstand the Catholic Church, that students don't feel a personal affiliation or connection to it. And really, God created us for a relationship with Him and a relationship with Him through the church and a community. And so I want to reestablish students' connections with the church. I want them to fall deeper in love with Christ and deeper in love with the church. And that's my goal as a church history teacher. Hopefully you've seen your students' syllabus by now. You've signed it, or at least a parent or guardian was asked to. So though the expectations for my class are outlined in there, ultimately I want to hold my students accountable. I want to teach them that in the real world, when you sign something or you agree to something, when you break one of the expectations or rules, there's a consequence. So the rules in their agenda books, I'm going to be pretty firm on following those. Whether the rule makes sense or it doesn't, it's what the schools asked of us at the time. So we're going to follow that. And I hope they can learn that accountability and apply it in their lives as they leave my class and as they leave Cape Inn. Secondly, another part of the class this year will be reading a book called Letter to a Suffering Church by Bishop Robert Barron. It was written in 2018 in response to the sex abuse scandal that had broke in the clergy around that time. This is a topic that's pretty tough to cover. But I love it. But I love getting to talk about this with your students because I enjoy Bishop Barron's first chapter. It's very it's explicit. It lays it out there what actually happened. It's not hiding anything. It shows the students that they can actually have somebody to trust that'll tell them what was actually going on, and it lays out some of that. But then chapters 2 through 5 are a journey to really see what has Scripture shown us about its people and the corruption of people and the fallen human nature of people? And what about the life of the church? Has there been rough spots in church history? And then chapter 4 and 5, it really points us back to the essential of a relationship with Christ and what Christ can offer us and the importance of being a member of the church. And so I'm really excited to read that book with them. It'll be provided for them. But I just invite you, as your students are reading that book, to dive into that book with them, to ask them to talk about what they're reading. And I think it's a great opportunity for your family. And finally, just a quick note on service hours. They're doing the service hours are back to normal this year. So students in my class will be expected to do the hours from previous semesters, but also 10 parish hours. That's what they're asked to do for me. So I just need 10 by Friday, December 3rd. They have handouts and information about that in their agenda and on their syllabus. So I encourage students this year to try to get those service hours turned in early. It makes my life a little easier, as well as all those who help in filing them. But I'm just really grateful, again, that you share your students with us. I'm so glad to be their teacher. Know of my prayers for you and your family. God bless.